Today we're going to be taking a drive in a 1937 Packard 120. I already did a video on a walk with, did a video of the walk around with it. So if you have not seen that, take a look at the walk around, and that'll show you everything about the car, the operations of it, the functionality, the details of the outside, and that sort of thing. But what we're looking at right here is a 1937 Packard 120. And I'll just repeat myself from the other video. 120 deals with the wheelbase right here. 120-inch wheelbase. The 115 has a 115-inch wheelbase. The extra length of a 120 is made up here in the fender, so you've got a much longer, graceful flowing fender on the 120s, and most importantly, you got the straight 8, the famous Packard straight 8 8-cylinder motor under the hood. Straight 8-cylinder Packard motor, and in the 115 you have the straight 6. So this car with the straight 8 is a super smooth runner. Suicide doors, fantastic car to drive around in. And interestingly enough, this car has a little bit of a greenish tinted glass in it, probably special ordered from the factory. This car right here, I gave you the kind of the runaround here, but basically you just turn the key on. I press the clutch, and so I'm not spinning the transmission when I'm trying to start the motor with these 6-volt systems. Hit the key. Oh, come on. There she goes. So she's running. We're charging right here, about up to 180 volts of temp, or volts, 180 degrees of temperature, 30 pounds of oil pressure, about a quarter tank of fuel. And interestingly enough, I'd mentioned before, this clock works too. It's just moved. It's about 5 till 4. Says it's 4 o'clock on my phone. So interestingly enough, it works. And the horn on this car, the trumpets, we'll go ahead and blow the horn. It really makes a great sound. So anyway, let's and you got a throttle here too, by the way. So I can set a fast idle and that sort of thing on my throttle. But anyway, I gave you the kind of the walk around of it, so you've seen what everything does. So let's just take it for a drive. Close this door. These things close like a bank vault. Perfect. And here we go. Take our brake off. 3 speeds. So that's reverse right there. That's first. Second, third. So we'll put her in first. Ease the clutch out a little bit. And I'm trying to hold this video and steer at the same time. Interestingly enough, these bias ply tires and no power steering, it's pretty amazing how light the steering is on these cars. Now, I will say you've got to be rolling. You've got to be rolling to move the steering wheel. You can't just turn it if you're not moving. But super smooth running car. Kind of check our traffic here both ways. Nothing coming that way. Put her back in first gear. Ease the clutch out. And you really don't even have to give this car any gas. It just moves along. Speedometer works. Fuel gauge, everything on this car works. The one thing I really do love that horn. They know you're coming through when you blow that thing. 2 big trumpets under the hood. Take a look at the other video and you can see those trumpets. Now this car, a lot of the Packards, and I'll open my cowl vent here to get a little air moving. A lot of these Packards with the 3 speeds had an electric overdrive. You just let off the gas and it automatically shifts into overdrive. This car does not. It has just a standard 3-speed transmission. So on the road, this car's it's a 60-mile-an-hour cruiser. You're not going to be on the interstate going 75 or anything like that. I'm still in 3rd gear. That's the beautiful thing about this straight 8. You can leave this thing in 3rd gear and go anywhere. It has so much torque. Very smooth. And I would imagine you could probably adapt an overdrive transmission with this car if you wanted to. And I don't know if folks have done that or not, but that would be a neat thing to do. Also, this car would probably benefit from radial tires. It's got the bias ply on it. It's a little. You feel it kind of moving with the grooves in the road a little bit. if I was going to take this on a long trip, I would probably be inclined to put radials on it. You can get them from Coker, and they're not cheap. But the bi-splice have a nice look, but I really like the way the radials drive. Still got my turn signal on there. This car was upfitted at some point in its life with really a period correct turn signal system. When these cars were new, they didn't have turn signals. You put your hand out the window, held it up to slow down, pointed it to the left, or you held it up for a right-hand turn, pointed it out the window for a left-hand turn, and held your hand down to show that you were stopping if you didn't have any brake lights. Banjo steering wheel on this car, that was an option back. You had a whole list of options that you could get on this Packard 120, and one of the things in the option catalog was a banjo steering wheel. Probably a pretty expensive item back in the day. This car has the original owner's manual in it. It's in the glove box. I won't get it out right now while we're driving, but I think in that owner's manual, or maybe it was the dealer literature, it showed you all the different options. And I think the heater down here, I think that was an option as well. But you think about 1937, you know, this car today drives pretty nice. I mean, you could imagine back in 1937, you know, how advanced this car and how much quality went into this car when it was built. Oh, we got a dog up here. I think we're going to slow down. And I still haven't shifted out of third gear. I mean, this car just has great torque, and watch out there, doggy. I'm still in third gear, and I'm going less than 20 miles an hour. Now we can shift up to second if you want to accelerate a little bit faster. On a curvy road here. Still got that turn signal on you. Got to remember to cancel them. They don't cancel on themselves. Just a very easy driving car. And the ride in it is just spectacular. There's no rattles. The shocks work really well. This is what it would be like if it was 1937 and you had the means to buy a Packard. And of course, I said in the other video, that back seat back there is there's more room back there in the back seat than there is in the front seat. And oftentimes the folks who bought these cars, they didn't buy them to sit in the front and drive them. They bought them to sit in the back. They had a driver, most likely. I think we're kind of coming into a little residential area here. We'll slow her down to about 30 miles an hour. And I know I'm kind of pointing you into the sun, but this is about it. The glass on this car is fantastic. It's got some bugs and some things on it, but this is it. This is a 37 Packard 120, and that's about all I've got to say about it. Hope you enjoyed the ride along, and we'll talk with you again. All right, take care, and if you like the videos, like it and subscribe. There'll be more car tech content coming up.